and welcome back. Today I'm testing out more new eyeshadow. As you know, this is my favorite thing to test out. And today I'm going to be talking about the new ABH Norvina collection, volume 1. So I don't know what all is going to end up being in this collection, but I'm excited to see where this goes. I know a lot of people think that this is too big or too crazy of colors, but when I saw this, I was very excited to see these colors. So I just got this palette. I am filming 3 looks with it today. I'm going to edit it and then get it posted in the morning. This video was going to go up on Tuesday, but I wanted to get it up as soon as I can. So it's going to go up Saturday, which is tomorrow for me. So I have already filmed the 3 looks. I'm talking with the box. I've already filmed the 3 looks, and at the end of this video, I'm just going to insert them kind of sped up, and probably will do a voiceover on them just so I can explain what I'm doing. I think 2 of the looks were very successful, 1 not so much, and I will get into that when I start talking about the palette. When I stop doing this long intro. Here is what the palette looks like. Absolutely stunning. Purple is my favorite color, but I absolutely love the packaging. It's magnetic closure. It's a little bit difficult to open just because there's not any little cutout. You have to get in this tiny little groove. That's a little frustrating, but it's not that hard to open. It's a little more cumbersome than most. It has this beautiful large mirror, which personally is amazing for me. I will say it is a little bit large, but you get a wonderful collection of shades. For me, the Tarte Unleashed palette has been a wonderful size as far as traveling and mirror. It's a big enough mirror that I can see my entire face, but it's not quite, you know, as big as my entire face. Does that make sense? So I've really been enjoying this palette. This one's a little bit heavier, and again, I can't open it with my thumbs. I feel like it'll be a good mirror to set down on the table. It's not really one that I want to just hold up and do my makeup, but setting it down, I can see everything and have both of my hands free. So that's good. Anyways, here are the shades in the palette. Absolutely gorgeous. The possibilities on this are endless. Like when I was looking at this to come up with my 3 looks, it was difficult to pick just 3 because there are so many things that I could do with this. There's so many. I feel like this palette could take the place of so many palettes in my collection. I feel like the original Norvina with the purples in it, even the Natasha Denona Lila palette, I feel like it might be able to take the place of that. But then it has the brighter tones even with the corals and reds and yellows. So I'm excited to see what everybody else is thinking about this as well. But I was able to pick this up at 20% off, I think on the last day of the VIB sale. So that's the reason I bought it, is because I got it at 20% off. But I'm going to go ahead and dive into the swatches. We're going to go ahead and swatch these on my arm, and then I will talk about how they performed on my eyes and show you. So, okay. One thing I do love about this palette is the shade names are A1, A2, A3, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very simple to identify which shade you're talking about. You don't have to say some crazy name, and I'm enjoying that. Let's go with the first row, row A. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here are the first 4. We have A1. Oh my gosh, do you see? I don't know if you can see. Oh, you see how crumbly it is on my finger, and it like fell. It fell off my finger onto my arm, but here is, oh, but look at that swatch. Oh. Okay, so A2, A3, and A4. Oh, man, those are really pretty. And then A5, I did use this one. Those are gorgeous. All right, so that is the first row. I feel like the A1 shade is not as intense as the rest of them. It doesn't have as much opacity to it. It's a little more sheer. And there is a slight staining, but not too bad. We're gonna go back and forth between the arms. So these will look a little weird just because it's left-handed. But all right, we have B1, B2, B3, and B4. Ooh, B4 is really soft. But again, has some crumblies. Probably won't with a brush though. I'll see that. So B1, 2, 3. Ooh, I like 3. And 4. I really like B3. Man, that's pretty. These aren't gonna be as straight and pretty because it's my left hand, I'm sorry. And B5, I did use this in one of my looks. B4 and 5 are very similar, but B5 has a little bit of sparkle. It doesn't really show up on the skin though. All right, so that is row B. All right, so now we're gonna go to the third row, row C. Are those? We have C1. This is the most pigmented white I've ever used. C2, C3, holy cow, and C4. C4 didn't swatch as well. Let me do it with my pointer finger. It's a little bit better. And C5 is soft. C5. So there is the third row. That white, I'm telling you, is pigmented. These shimmers are swatching beautifully. All right, time for the fourth row. We have D1, D1, which I used a lot of in my second look. D2, oh, that one reminds me of the Riviera palette, the shade that I love so much, but even more unique and beautiful. That is my favorite shade in the palette, D2. D2 and B3. Okay, sorry, distracted. And here is D3, very, very red. I don't know if I'll ever use that. And then here is a blue with a little bit of sparkle in it, D4. And then I'm very curious to see how D5 swatches. This is the black shade because I wasn't too impressed with it in my look. Here is, woo! Man, okay, it swatches really, really, wow, really, really black. Maybe that's why it's hard to use. Maybe that's why it's hard to work with because it is so intensely black. It's difficult to go slow with it. All right, one more row. All right, last row, E. And I used this first one and loved it. This is E1. An absolutely beautiful, fiery red with some pink twist. Like, this is such a beautiful color. And then E2, very pretty swatch. E3 and E4. This one up is E5, and I did use this one as well. There's E5. Beautiful swatches. All right, so those are the swatches and the brush swatches as well. So as far as the shades that I used, I'm going to touch on a couple of them real quick, and then I'm going to jump into the demonstrations. But again, I love E1, very beautiful on the eyes. Black, like I said, was a little difficult for me to blend out, and I don't know if it could have been in the looks. I used different primers for the eyes, different foundations and all that. So in that one, I used the CoverGirl Lid Lockup, and this is a very sticky eyeshadow base, and so I'm wondering if that made the black more difficult to blend out. So I'm actually gonna put a little bit more black on the outer corner of this in just a second to see if the eyeshadow base makes a difference. Absolutely love these. I wish A1 was a little bit more intense, but it is a very beautiful shade. You'll see that in my first look. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the 3 looks real quick, and while you're watching that, I'm gonna deepen up my outer corner with the black and see how that goes. All right, let's get started with the first look, and again, I start off with the white shade, very pigmented on the lid. Next, I'm gonna take A5, and I'm gonna start to build this up in the crease and the outer corner. Just taking my time, trying to build this color up and blend it out. Next up is A3. I'm going to put this on the outer corner, starting to deepen it up a little bit. It's just a little bit deeper than that pink shade. Going back into pink, kind of going back and forth, just slowly building these colors up. And then back into the purple. And then this is a clean brush. I'm just taking it to blend it all out. And then I'm going to take A1 on my finger and put this all over the lid. Going into B5 to deepen up that outer corner a little bit more. Didn't have quite enough depth with that first purple. Yep, that happened. Not sure how that got on my finger. Alright, time to go on the lower lash line, starting with a pink shade, A5. And then I'm going to go in with A3. just on the outer edge. Then I take the Pixie Gel Liner, put it on the waterline. Then I'm going to do a little bit of a wing with a Physicians Formula Eye Booster in Ultra Black. This is the Essence Mascara Lashes of the Day. A little bit of Stay Spray. And this is a L'Oreal Lipstick Color Shine. And I did add some lip liner from Milani in Spice. So there is the first look with the Norvina Collection Volume 1. Alright, time for the second one. I used the CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer, and this yellow shade, it took quite a while to build up. I kept adding more and more. The base was a little sticky, so I added some L'Oreal powder and continued building up this yellow. It went on a little better on the second eye because of the powder, but I spent a lot of time with that one. And I took E1 on my finger. This shade is so gorgeous. Now I am deepening up the outer corner. Again, this one did a little better in the yellow, but I did spend quite a bit of time on it. And adding more yellow, of course. I felt like it just kept fading away. Alright, now I'm going to go into the black shade, and this is where things start going downhill. I took a lot of this out, but I ended up blending and blending and building and blending, and I should have stopped right about here. Just should have stopped there, but I'm going back in E1. I wanted to see if I can intensify it some more, and so I sprayed it with some Stay Spray, and oh my gosh, that shade is blinding. And I went back. I really wanted to deepen up that outer corner some more. Again, I took a lot out. I ended up blending on this for quite a while. I finally got done and cleaned up the under eye. Clearly have my face on now, doing the lower lash line. Then I decided to try the black as an eyeliner, and I sprayed it. And it did okay as an eyeliner. It's not my favorite black. Mascara, lips, and I'm done with that one. I, as you can tell, was not the happiest with that look. Alright, time for look 3. I used the Stay Naked Concealer to prime the eyes this time, and I did powder. I'm going to start with C4. This one was a little bit patchy. It took a little bit of blending, but it did blend out. This is a clean brush, just blending the edges further. I'm going to take this gold shade, put this all over the lid, and then I'm going to deepen it up. This shade worked pretty well. I didn't have to play with it too much. Then back into C4, more into the crease. Again, slightly patchy, but it blended better with a fluffier brush. But I did take the white shade to blend out those edges a little bit. And then I took this to try and deepen up the outer corner a little bit. Didn't really add a whole lot. C4 on the lower lash line. And then liner and lashes. And then with the Bite Beauty lipstick in Meringue. And I liked this look so much better than the last. Can you tell? Okay, so I did use the black just now to deepen up this look a little bit. I think that the black works really well as a eyeshadow liner, so using it as eyeliner, I think it's beautiful. It's deep black. As an eyeshadow, for me personally, it's a little too intense because I just barely tapped the brush in and I was like barely touching my skin, and it worked. But you have to be very, very careful about this, and this isn't something you can mess it up super easily, and I don't feel like it's as user-friendly. With that being said, if you like a very intense pigmented black, then this is your black. And I think this palette is more geared towards people who know how to use color anyways, so it kind of makes sense, but I feel like this palette isn't as user-friendly as some of the other ones. Like, I feel like I can pick up her Norvina, even the Riviera. I picked up the Riviera for the first time and I used these bright colors, this bright pink, purple, and they were very easy to blend out, very easy to use. The Riviera is one of my favorites. I have to play with this more and I will give you an updated opinion on it later. Right now, I'm excited to have it and I'm excited to play with these colors. I really enjoyed this look. I didn't like my second one, as you probably saw. I just couldn't get it even. It couldn't blend out the black. I'm really excited to dive into this one deeper and test out some more shadows from this. So, all right guys, so that is it for this video. I hope that I can get this edited and uploaded in time for you to see it on Saturday. So if you're seeing this Saturday, then yay me! So that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you're planning on picking this up, let me know in the comments. And if you did like this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see future videos, hit that subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys next time. Stay gorgeous. Bye! That was a really fake looking smile. Let's try that again. I'll see you guys. Ooh, slow down. I'll see you guys next time. Stay gorgeous. What's up with the head tilt? Different looks, but there's can't talk. Shade collection. Purple is my. Anyways, where was I going? I don't know where I was going, but. I tried. I'll try one more.
Well, I'm sure that's gonna turn out fine.
But that's not pretty. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. You like the pretty bruise? I have no idea where that came from. I'm clumsy.
We love you both so much. Both of us? With all our.
I feel like the girl in Jumanji trying to flirt. She's like tossing her hair back and forth.